In this last video covering linear equations, we will look at types of equations. So far we have solved equations that had a particular value of x that would be the solution of the equation or satisfy the equation. For other values of the variable, the equation would not be satisfied, and this is our way of checking our work at the end. We would find a solution and then we would plug it in, and we would expect the answer we found to satisfy the equation. If the answer we found would not satisfy the equation, then we would know that we have made a mistake. These type of equations are called conditional equations. They are true from some values of the variable and false for other values of the variable. The solution set is denoted with the roster method. The roster method uses curly braces, and inside the braces we list the solutions we find separated by commas. In the case of the two last examples we did, it would be the set that has only one value, 5/9, and the set that has only one value, 10/7. This is because linear equations, if they have a solution, they would have only one. There are cases where our linear equation will not have a solution or will have infinitely many solutions. A contradiction is false for every value of the variable and has no solutions. It's also called an inconsistent equation. The solution set is empty, and the notation for an empty solution set is the braces with nothing in them or a circle with a slash over it. When you are solving a contradiction, you will usually reach a stage where you will have in both sides the same variable term but different constant terms. If you try to eliminate a variable term, you will end up with b equals to c, and the b and the c will be different, or you will end up with 0 equal to something that is not 0. For example, if I try to solve the equation on the right, I will distribute the 4, so I will get 4x minus 4. Then I will distribute here the -1, I will get negative x minus 2, and I will try to solve the equation. 4x minus 4 minus x minus 2 equal to 3x minus 2. When I combine like terms on the left, 4x minus x is 3x, negative 4 minus 2 is negative 6, equals to 3x minus 2. So I am in this situation where I have the same variable term on the left and on the right. I have different constant terms on the left and on the right. So I can stop here and say that this is inconsistent. I could also try to move the x from the right to the left. It will give me negative 6 equals negative 2. That's another equation that is a contradiction. Or I could also try to move the 6 from the left to the right, in which case I would have gotten 0 equal to 4, which is also a contradiction. So for this one, I know that there is no solution. It is a contradiction, and the solution set is the empty set. There is another type of equations that are called identities. They are true always, regardless of the value of x. The equation has infinitely many solutions. The solution set is all real numbers. We use the notation R for the real numbers, or interval notation, to denote the real numbers as the set from negative infinity to infinity. When you are solving this equation, it will look like having identical sides on the left and on the right. If you try to eliminate the variable term, you will get it with two sides that are constants and they're identical to each other. If you try to eliminate both the variable and the constant, you will end up with 0 equals to 0, which these are basically equations that are always true regardless of what x is equal to. So here, if I were to solve this equation on the left, I would distribute the 4, then I would distribute the -1, then I would distribute the 3, and I would add like terms on the left to get 3x minus 6, and that will equal to 3x minus 6 on the right, which we can see they are identical to each other, so they have to be true regardless of what value x takes. If I decide to move, let's say, the x to the left, I will end up with a 0x on both sides, so I will end up with negative 6 equal negative 6, which is again true. Or if I decide to at the same time move the constant from the left to the right, I will end up with 0 equal to 0, which is always true. This equation has infinitely many solutions. The solution set is all real numbers, and the equation is an identity. Let's try to do a couple more examples. Let's solve the equation on the left. I will distribute the 3. I will get 15w minus 6 plus 8 equals, I will distribute the negative 15. I will get 15w minus 60 plus 56. I will combine like terms on the left. Negative 6 plus 8 is plus 2. I will combine like terms on the right. Negative 60 plus 56 is negative 4. If I subtract 15w to move it from the right to the left, I will get 0 for the variable term equals. If I want to move the 2 from the left to the right, I will subtract 2 and I will get 0 equal to negative 6. I could have stopped previously, I could have stopped after I subtracted 15w, or I can just stop now after I have done all the work. This is a contradiction, it has no solutions, and the solution set is the empty set. Let's try one with fractions. I want to distribute first to eliminate the parentheses, so I'm going to distribute the negative 2. I will get negative 6 quarters x plus 2. If I want to simplify the negative 6 quarters, I don't have to, but let's say that I want to simplify, or let's say that my calculator simplifies for me. That would have been negative 3 halves x plus 2. There is a variable term and a constant term on the left, and there is a variable term and a constant term on the right. I will choose to eliminate the denominators. I will do that by multiplying both sides by the least common denominator. This is a number that is divisible by both 2 and 5, and that number is 10. And I will choose to not multiply, but to simplify first. So I will say 10 times 1 divided by 5, x plus 10 times 1 divided by 2 equals negative 3 times 10 divided by 2, x, and then plus 2 times 10, 20. Of course, these numbers are easy, so I could have potentially multiplied 30, and it's easy for me to divide by 2 without the calculator, but just in case the numbers are more complicated, I will always follow the same process. So the reason we multiplied by the least common denominator was that we wanted to make sure there are no denominators left, which means if we have done a good job, there will be full divisions with no remainders when we divide the numerator by the denominator. 10 divided by 5 is 2, 10 divided by 2 is 5, 10 divided by 2 here is 5, and also 30 divided by 2 would be 3 times 5, which is 15. So we do have an equation with no denominators. That equation is 2x plus 5 equals negative 15x plus 20. I will move the x to the left side, so I'm going to add 15x on both sides. And then I will move the 5 to the right, so I will subtract 5 from both sides. and I will get an equation. 2 plus 15x is 17x equals 20 minus 5, which is 15, and then I will divide by 17 to solve for x. X will be 15 divided by 17. Remember, if you do find a solution, plug it into the equation to check that it satisfies the equation in case you have made a mistake. This equation, since it has a solution, it is a conditional equation, and the solution set is the set 15 over 17.